Nestled high in the Balkan Mountains of Bulgaria lies a place time forgot. A village sculpted by nature, framed by forests, whispering winds, and sharply carved ridges. Welcome to the hidden gem of Europe, Bulgaria's most beautiful mountain village. Today we'll journey into its heart, its history, its people, its charm, and discover why few places on earth feel as untouched, as authentic, as magical. Bulgaria's most beautiful mountain village. Arrival and discovery. Our journey begins on a road less traveled, one that curves through centuries-old forests, past tumbling streams, and climbs towards mists that dance between moss-covered pines. As the air thins and the road tightens, every turn teases you with hints. Rooftops carved in wood, wisps of smoke curling up chimney flues, the distant toll of a church bell. At first glance, you might think you've slipped off the map. There are no billboards here, no neon lights, just stone, wood, and the silence broken only by wind or bird call. And then, as the mist clears, the village appears, timeless, perched on the slopes like a painting come alive. Here, the pace slows, time expands, and you realize you are not just visiting a place, you are stepping into a living memory. History and roots. To understand the soul of this village, we must reach back into history. Centuries ago, these mountains were home to hardy settlers and shepherds, carving out a life from unforgiving slopes. Stones were hauled by hand. Roofs were hewn from local chestnut and fir. Every beam, every cobblestone pathway told a story of endurance and community. During the times of Ottoman rule, these highland hamlets offered refuge, both spiritual and physical, for those seeking shelter from turmoil. Hidden away, isolated by forest and height, the village preserved traditions that elsewhere were lost. Folk songs passed from grandmother to granddaughter, wood carving patterns that echo ancient symbols, seasonal rituals tied to the land and the long cycle of harvest, winter, rebirth. When Bulgaria won its independence in the late 19th century, many such mountain villages remained remote. Roads were slow to reach them. Change arrived grudgingly. And even today, the architecture whispers of an era before modern highways. Low eaves, thick walls, small windows set to hold in warmth. Here, history isn't behind glass in a museum. It lives in every doorstep. Landscape and nature. But what makes this village sublime is not only its heritage, it's how it breathes with nature. As spring unfurls, meadows burst with color. Blue-violet gentians, carpets of wild orchids, dense carpets of mountain grass. Streams coursing down from ridges glisten silver in the sun. At dawn, mist drips off evergreen boughs. By midday, the mountain air is crisp and clean, scented with pine resin and damp earth. In summer, the peaks loom overhead. Clouds gather and drift slowly across valleys carved deep by time. Autumn arrives in a blaze of copper and gold, beech and birch sparkling under soft sunlight. And in winter, snow layers every roof and ledge, muffling sound, turning the village into a silent postcard of white stillness. Trails crisscross the hillsides. Paths once trod by shepherds now guide adventurous hikers to hidden waterfalls, ancient caves, and panoramic lookouts. Wildlife roams quietly, deer emerging at dusk, hawks soaring above ridgelines, the occasional wild boar crossing early morning glades. Here, nature is not backdrop, it is partner. It shapes life, routines, and the very rhythms of community. Architecture and everyday life. Wandering through the village is like reading a book written in stone and timber. houses with thick walls built from local stone, designed to retain warmth in the biting winters. Windows set deep beneath sloping eaves, roofs shingled in wood, shaped by generations of master carvers. Open the heavy wooden door, step inside, and you'll feel warmth from earthen floors heated by wood-burning stoves. Homemade pottery lined shelves, hand-woven textiles hang near windows. Outside, vegetable gardens spill over with herbs, greens, and tomatoes. Chickens peck near porches. The smell of wood smoke lingers in the air. Every morning, villagers tend to their patches of land. They feed their animals, fetch water from natural springs, and bake loaves of hearty bread in stone-built ovens. Children attend a small school housed in a renovated historic building. Elderly residents sit near the church, hands stained from carving or knitting, exchanging greetings in a dialect rich with soft vowels and rolling consonants. The rhythm of life here is humble. It's tied to daylight, to the seasons, to the yield of potato harvests, and to the cycle of pruning fruit trees. And though modernity has crept in, solar panels on a few roofs, occasional satellite dishes, the spirit remains rooted in the old ways.
But perhaps the truest soul of the village lives in its traditions. Once a year, in late summer, villagers gather for a festival that has been observed for generations. They dress in embroidered vests and woolen aprons. Songs are sung a cappella, haunting melodies carried in harmonies that echo through the mountain air. There is dance, clogs stomping on stone slabs, instruments carved from wood, tambura, kaval, gaida, played by hands weathered from years of wood and stone. Food is shared freely: roasted lamb, hearty stews, creamy cheeses spun fresh from local milk, sweet preserves made from berries gathered in forest clearings. Stories are passed around fires. Elders recount tales of ancestors who fought bandits in forest passes. Folk medicine is shared, herbs picked from hillsides, teas brewed for winter chills, remedies whispered across generations. It is here, in laughter and music and shared meal, that culture breathes. For visitors who chance to arrive during such festivals, the experience is unforgettable. The rhythms of the day slow to match the beat of a drum. You find yourself tapping your own feet, listening, breathing, feeling part of something older even than the slopes themselves. This mountain village may be off the beaten track, but it offers wonders to those willing to explore. Hike to a secluded waterfall hidden down a steep ravine. Discover a centuries-old chapel perched above a ridge with unmatched panoramic views. Explore caves gleaming with mineral shimmer. Swim in cold, clear pools fed by snowmelt. Stay in a family-run guest house where you sleep on handcrafted wood furniture, wrapped in woolen blankets, and wake to the scent of fresh mountain herbs for breakfast. Share stories with your hosts over a breakfast of homemade cheese, honey, and eggs gathered that very morning. You might join a foraging walk through the forest with a local elder, learning which mushrooms are safe, which berries cure a winter cough, or take part in a wood carving workshop, shaping your own small keepsake under the guidance of a local craftsman whose tools have been in his family for decades. At sunset, head up to a viewpoint where the sky glows pink behind ragged summits. Watch as the village lights flicker on, as though candles in a rustic chandelier, and settle into silence, broken only by owl call or gentle breeze moving through pines. Of course, to remain a hidden gem is a blessing, but also a responsibility. As more travelers discover remote corners like this one, the balance between preservation and accessibility becomes delicate. Some houses sit empty, memories fading as the younger generation moves to cities. Other homes are lovingly restored by families determined to keep heritage alive. Non-governmental organizations and local volunteers have begun restoration projects, working to repair old stone walls, replant native trees, and document dialects and recipes passed quietly through generations. Solar panels and modest modern upgrades are introduced carefully so that comfort need not come at the expense of character. For travelers, that means choosing places to stay that respect local values, buying goods crafted by locals, listening, learning, giving back, even just by treading lightly. Because tourism can lift livelihoods, but only if it sustains, rather than erodes, what makes the village special. And so we reach the end of our journey here, at least for now. What you have seen is more than a mountain village. It's a living story of resilience, of nature, of people rooted to place. A place that doesn't seek to dazzle with grand monuments or luxury hotels, but instead invites you to arrive quietly, to breathe deeply, to slow your pulse. If you're looking for a destination that feels untouched, that speaks in whispers rather than shouts, this village is waiting for the curious traveler who yearns for authenticity, the one who listens to silence, the one who believes in beauty beyond the guidebooks. Thank you for coming along. If you would like to explore more hidden villages of Bulgaria, or want to plan a trip into these mountains, subscribe and follow our journey. See you next time, in places that still exist, half in dream.